everyone. I'm making you wait for a little bit as we're getting set up here. Can you all hear us? Can you all see us? Hey, I see some people are already online chatting. Hey, from Mexico, we've got Eric watching from Mexico. And Annie, you're joined in. I don't think it's too late over there in South Africa. Hey, from Ottawa. I can turn this on the chat here for a second. Oh, I don't think that's the correct chat. We're doing something a little bit different today. We decided to, let me turn the music off here so you guys can hear me okay. We decided to take the chat off. So last week we had the chat on the left-hand side, and some people said they couldn't really see us very good, so we decided to take it off. So let us know if you want it back on or if you prefer it off. It's just a little easier, I think, to see all four of us. So, all right. So I've got the computer set up over here. So, hey, guys. Oh, we got someone from Brazil in the house. I hope you guys are well over in Brazil. I know it's becoming a little bit crazy over there as well. Please be safe and stay home. Hello. Yes, the music was over the voice. I just wanted to play some music for you guys as we were coming live, just to entertain us a little bit as people join on. Backing up to see if there's anybody else. So we are still in the country of New Zealand. Nothing's really changed other than today we are going through a really heavy rainstorm, which is kind of fun and cozy. And you can hear the rain coming down. It's still early in the morning. It's only 8:30 a.m. over here in New Zealand in Queenstown. So quite early. But nonetheless, we are all up and ready to go. Hola, hola, hola. Hey, we've got someone from Muskoka watching. Well, that's getting close to home. Tyler is actually from Orangeville, Huckley Valley area, so that's kind of getting close to your neck of the woods, right? Yes. You like the live chat? You like to see it? Do you guys like to see the live chat on the screen as we're talking, or do you prefer to keep it off? Like I have Julia and Angelique. They're going to come in a few minutes. They're just actually finishing up their cereal. So let us know what you prefer, if you prefer to have it live or not have it live. And I'm going to test it because I'm not sure I even set it up correctly. Yeah, I think that it's not set up correctly. So maybe we'll put it on for next week if we do that. Makes everything, someone's saying rain makes everything greener when the sun finally comes back. It sure does. We're in the fall season, so we've got all the fall leaves changing and everything like that, so it's quite pretty. What do you think about it, Chloe?
It's very nice.
Yeah. What did you do yesterday? Anything exciting? Do you remember? Do you remember filming the new course videos? Do you want to explain to everyone?
Oh.
Chloe will explain to you guys because, okay, so if you've been following our channel for maybe, I think we announced this maybe a half a year ago, we're starting something really cool and really new, and it's the girls' project, if you will. And so, what is it?
We're doing something called geography classes. And basically, it's videos of explaining every single thing about all the different countries around the world that we've been to. And
so basically what we are doing is creating geography classes for your kids. So if you're watching, or maybe you're a big kid inside and you want to, be entertained by three little girls who have been to these countries, because they're going to teach it from their perspective, from what they think of the countries, from the taste of the foods, to the smells they smell, to the people they maybe encountered. And so yesterday we filmed, how many countries did we film?
3.
3 countries. And we're going to put at least 1, potentially 2 videos up per month. It's going to be in a new section that we're adding to our website. So after the live, if you want to go check it out. We don't have it live yet, but you can sign up on our newsletter to be informed when the classes go live. And it's going to be basically $5 a month to be taught by Julia, Angelique, and Chloe geography classes from around the world. And probably in another day or so, I'm going to have a form. If you want to know about a certain country or learn geography from them from a certain country that they've been to, because we're only doing the countries they've been to, which is 99 basically, then you can learn from them direct. So that's going to be live. I'll show you what it looks like. If you haven't been to our website, you can go to growingupwithoutborders.com, and at the bottom there's this area here, and it says join to get exclusive travel tips. If you want to just put your email in right there, that's where we will basically send you the information once the course goes live, so you'll be notified about it. So that's what we're doing. We're also doing a couple other cool things, which I'll tell you in a sec. I just want to quickly read what you guys are writing. So, hello, Ernesto. Hey, thank you so much. He says we're his favorite travel family. So cool. Let's see. Angelique's messing with my screen. What are you doing, Angelique? Sounds awesome. Yeah, Annie, it's going to be really cool. So the girls are at, how many countries have you visited?
98.
98. Angelique, how many? Come on in and say hello.
I don't know. 99, maybe?
So, yeah, the girls, 97, 98, something like that. The girls use this app, and basically the app tracks and colors in the different countries they've been to, so it's really fun to use. Do you know the name of it? It's like this. I don't know if you can see it, but basically it's called BIN, and you can knock out all the different countries. So they're going to take, for right now, the top countries they've visited and share those as their geography classes. And then once we start taking in recommendations from you guys, we'll start making it on classes from you guys too. So, Sandra, hey, Sandra, she's saying Chloe's hair is looking really long. Y'all want to see a haircut? Live haircut? No.
I want to get my hair cut.
Angelique wants to cut her hair, and I'm like, no, don't cut your hair.
Hi.
Here comes Julia. Cool. Annie, in South Africa, you say it's 10:40. Oh, good. So it's not too late. We tried to time this so that every time zone, more or less, except for Australia, is pretty much online. So Australia is still sleeping right now. So unfortunately for
maybe
this,
Southeast Asia, but
and Southeast Asia, you're right. Yeah. So we tried to time it though so that the Americas and Europe can still be on. So this is the hardest time zone we've ever been in. We've been managing time zones for years. And it makes us work at really wacky times in the middle of the night sometimes, early morning. So it's really challenging. And this one is the hardest because we are so far away. So it's just crazy. And did you know that New Zealand is often not on the map? Did you guys see that?
in IKEA stores, they don't have the maps.
They don't have the maps. So.
Oh, there's this thing. It's like the world looks like a cat playing with a ball, but there's no New Zealand in it.
They miss New Zealand. People are saying, hi, Angelique. Hi, Angelique. Aw. Kevin here. Been enjoying your trips and are so much fun. Have the girls been saving whatever the dollar amount in each country?
Are you stuck in a hotel because of quarantine?
You want to answer, Angelique?
We're in a house.
Explain how it's been such a blessing because where we are is a beautiful home. We have a beautiful view. I would show you, but today you can't see the mountains because it's so overcast. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And basically, like everyone in the world, we're stuck. And the owners of this home have graciously allowed us to extend our stay, which is really nice because we weren't sure if we were going to, if they needed the home and whatnot. So there's different levels here. We're on what's called level 4 lockdown, and we are moving to level 2 tomorrow.
Level 3.
Sorry, level 3. What am I saying? Level 3. And basically explain level 3. So level 4, first of all, is full lockdown, no online shopping.
Level 3 and level 4 are basically the same for people, but economically it's different because you can start doing online delivery and
you can
construction workers, I think, can start up again.
Yeah, anyone who works in the fields where they're not with clients or not interacting with people can start to go back to work, and people can shop online. So starting tomorrow is a whole new level for us, but it doesn't change much. We still have to stay home and either just go to the grocery store. And we're in a country, you guys, that is so safe right now. There are hardly any cases. So it's crazy, but they're still very, very cautious. Everyone's still wearing masks. There's still big-time social distancing at the grocery stores when you walk in. Only one person's allowed to go to the grocery store. There's still police checks. They'll tell you to turn around if you're not driving, if you're trying to go for a drive. So, yeah, it's totally different. So, I'm just going to quickly read what you guys are saying.
Somebody says, good thing you're not stuck on Easter Island.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this lady whose name is Ava. She has a channel and stuff. And she right now is on the island off of Yemen.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching, because she did this, like, her house tour, but it was just...
She's living in a tent, and she's in quarantine in Yemen in the middle of nowhere. We're like, oh my gosh, she has no bathrooms. And we're like, who would do that? That's crazy. So we're in a good spot. So, yes, someone from Brazil saying, I've heard that New Zealand is very chill. New Zealand is so chill. The people are so nice. And it's nice for us because we can speak English with everyone. So it's really fantastic and super nice. So really good. Youngest sister. I'm the youngest.
Who's the oldest? Eldest, middle.
Okay, explain your ages and who you are,
16,
girls.
14, 12.
And that's it.
I don't know.
So it goes oldest, middle, youngest. There you have it. And yeah, so let me tell you something else. A lot of people, we watch, of course, to see not who's watching, but how many videos are being watched and stuff. And it seems like our African series are really like being watched a lot more than they were. And I think a lot of people are just home right now kind of watching Netflix, watching past videos and stuff. And so if you haven't seen this already, let me quickly show you this. On our website, on Growing Up Without Borders, we created this basically map view, and you can go to the map view and you can see everything like this. So you can go and click on the different videos we've done in different countries all over the world. It's not completely up to date, but pretty much. So if you want to see something like that, you can do that. And then you can see this, which is basically when you click on one of the little dots, it pops up with the actual video of that country. So we created that so that you guys can go and basically, if you want to go see what it's like in Namibia or South Africa or Zambia or wherever, you can go and find that there. So that's kind of cool for you guys to check out and see. Watching travel vlogs is keeping me sane during the difficult times. Andrea is saying that. That's so fantastic. It is true, you know, because you can get bogged down watching the news right now, and it could be really scary. It could be a bit like depressing, if you will, or sad, or you may think the world is going loco and the governments are loco. But you have to definitely keep the positivity up and watch fun, happy videos. So that's what we're doing too.
Speaking of Netflix and shows, there's this one we've been watching, and we've been hooked. We've been like
We
binge watching
finished it.
We
It's
watched it like nonstop.
It's a series called Outer Banks. It's really good because it's like every single type of series, like every single type of category. Because it's horror,
journalism,
fantasy,
action, romance, comedy, all mixed together.
all mixed.
It's so much fun. Someone just said it takes Canadians to toboggan down a sand dune. You know, that's what they do there in Namibia. They have the largest sand dunes, and it's just like these big, massive sand dunes, and that's what people do. They actually snowboard down them. So they have to put like a ton of wax on the back of the snowboard, or else it doesn't really slip very good.
And sleds.
And sleds, yeah, because that's what like. So it was really cool. So we did both. It was just we had a lot of fun doing that. So. Cool ways to see when you're having yes.
The lockdown helped your online business courses too.
Well, we haven't really, no, to be honest, I haven't really promoted that too much. We created an online course for people who are interested in working from home. And in my opinion, like, we have been learning so much because, for example, we have this beautiful GoPro and we started filming our vlogs with the GoPro. But you have to learn all the settings, so we've been like watching every kind of tutorial and video, and we've been learning about all the different things in Adobe. And Julia's, what is your course that you're doing?
I'm doing a hotel management school from Florida, actually, a university there.
So it's an online school, so she's subscribed, and so she's watching all these professors talk about all the different things, like the financial side of it, and the room.
HR, marketing, revenue.
Everything. So it's fantastic. So now it's like really the time. I'm sure you guys are probably all doing the same thing. Like, how many watching are doing cool courses? It is an amazing time to learn and to learn new skills. And now's the time, if ever you want to change in your career or you want to do something different, now's the time to launch it, to get it started, to really set the foundation of what you're doing. So we've been like busier than ever, if you will, getting so much done. And it feels really good sometimes to just have that time to kind of be like settled and get the work done, right?
Someone says, do you like learning about history? It depends on how you learn it, I guess. But yeah, history is really fun, I guess.
Do you guys like learning about history by reading it in a textbook?
Yeah, it's fun when you go, and I guess you go and you do like the walking tour in the town, or you go to the museums and learn about it.
Yeah. History changes, right? When you have, like, I had history growing up, and it was this, like, first of all, I did it in French, so that was challenge number one, because my mother tongue is English, and my mom and dad sent me to a French school, and our teacher was, like, mumbling a little bit, and I hope he's not watching, but it was boring, man, and he had, like, an accent from France, and we were learning with a French-Canadian accent, like, that's how we heard French most of our lives, so it was just, like, it was horrible. And so I always hated history. And now I love history. I love when we're in a country and we get to learn about their past, where they came from, like who settled the country and all the different wars and all the crazy stuff that happens. So it's, for me, it's really fun, and it becomes alive when you're there in person, right? So
favorite subjects in school?
Art.
Me? Oh, biology, math, science, basically.
I like that too.
what do you like, math?
Math, science, those kind.
Chloe's, okay, so first of all, let's back up. So their school program that they're doing, they have to self-teach themselves quite a bit. Like, they read a lot of pages on a screen. It's all on the computer. And they read through, like, maybe 3-4 pages, would you say?
Yes.
Sometimes more about that. And then they do a series of questions. Well, Chloe, when she's doing science, she's always coming to me right after, and she's like, Mom, did you know this, this, this? Mom, did you know that, that, that? And she's always explaining all the cool things that she's learning in science. So I think you like it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Somebody asked the favorite airlines that we have. Anyone that gets us there safely. No, and of course, the ones that serve you chocolate's always nice, like Swiss.
I love the ones
with like good TV
good
sets and movies
and
and selections. Depends on what you're doing. If you're
There
going
is-
for like
yeah.
an hour or two flight, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We don't care. We just take any. But when you're doing like the big overseas, it's nice to have the space and the movies. And
We went on this one flight and it had like hundreds of movies, like the most movies I've ever seen on the plane.
Do you
And
remember
they're
which
all
one?
the newest movies that came out.
Qatar
that
Airways.
Qatar Airways. Do you guys remember taking what was the one when we went Casablanca, Brazil?
That one was nice too. That one was really nice.
What was
Air
that?
Morocco, no?
Air Morocco.
I think so.
Month.
It was really cool food because it was like, you know,
How-
food from Casablanca and Morocco. It was really good.
I hope you're enjoying New Zealand. Did New Zealand offer you good hospitality?
Did New Zealand offer us good hospitality? I'll tell you what, people from New Zealand have actually been emailing us and welcoming us. It's amazing. I mean, we had someone in Christchurch even message us and say, look, if you guys are stuck, you're welcome to come to our home. That was when the lockdown first happened. And we were like, well, we couldn't get there anyway if we could, because you weren't allowed to drive all the way back that way. It went into full shutdown and you can't move. But that was so nice, and other people here within Queenstown have welcomed us and sent us messages. So it's been really, really nice and just fantastic, basically. So yes, they have welcomed us. They're really cool people, the Kiwis.
How's Ajik learning the Qatar going?
Oh, Angelique.
It's going good. Yeah.
What are you learning on?
A song.
Well,
Slowly.
She has not done too many classes because the app you were using didn't finish the amount of classes. So she's kind of
They're
like,
making more. So I have
they're
to
making more.
wait.
It's a brand new app that she was using, and it had like X amount, so she's done them. So I guess you could redo the classes. You're going to have to find another video tutorial or something like that. If anyone knows of cool video tutorials for her, let us know. So, and the KLM gives out chocolates. Oh my gosh. Well, that sold us on it. We are chocolate fans. They have really good chocolate here in New Zealand. It's called something, I don't know.
which?
Whitaker's. And it's so good. We are hooked. It's part of our
If we
daily
go and
routine.
read it.
Yeah, you want to go grab it? It's so yummy. What song, Angelique, have you been learning?
Benjamin.
Benjamin says,
Hi.
well, in Spain, none of the subjects are fun because of the teachers. Yeah, you know what, Benjamin? That's exactly it. When the teachers are boring, then it makes it not fun. That's why we're creating these geography classes. So for anyone teaching their kids at home, you can learn geography with Growing Up Without Borders girls. And, this is a chocolate. And they're going to make it fun, right, girls? Are you going to make the geography classes fun?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to have to give them your feedback. So if you want to see, like, something different in it. But basically, you guys, what did you talk about in the ones that we filmed yesterday? And this is from their perspective.
Yesterday, which countries they did?
No, like, we did Nicaragua, because it's one of their favorites. We did Sri Lanka and the Maldives. So they talk about, what does the country produce and export to other countries, what it's like to shop there, what the people dress like, what the stores are like. What else do you teach? The flag, what the meaning of the flag is, the money they use, all those different things. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a really cool geography class. Where in the world it is. And then some of them have legends and, like, stories, if you will, like fables maybe, of what their kings did and didn't do. And so they share all those things. But this is the chocolate here, you guys. I don't know if you know it. Whitaker's. Yum, yum, yum. It's just... it's been attacked. So if you want to be notified back to that, if you want to be notified back to the courses, if those of you who just joined in, go to the Growing Up Without Borders page, sign up on the newsletter. And then speaking of the newsletter, we're going to do something new as well. So we don't send out weekly newsletters, and we're going to start. Yoo-hoo! People are going to be so excited because I'm sure the ones who have signed up to receive the newsletters are probably wondering why we don't send out newsletters. So our newsletters are going to be unique in the sense that it's going to be a quick video. It's going to be up to date and sharing what we are doing that specific week or within the next, like if we do it every 2 weeks, it'll be what we have done. Because we post our videos a little bit after our trips, and so you might be confused as to where we are and everything like that. So these video newsletters are going to be bringing you up to speed with what's going on in our house and a little bit more in depth. So if you want that information, just go over to our website and sign up. So there
Someone
you go.
asked if you want a dog in the future. Yeah.
What kind of dog? Does anyone know what kind of dog you want?
A husky.
A husky? Really? Whoa.
A golden retriever.
Yeah, I think a golden retriever would be nice. Or a, what's it called? Butterfly? What's it?
Butterfly dog.
Butterfly
the baby
dog.
little. They're like little chihuahua ones.
And they're so cute. We
We babysat one.
babysat our friend's dog for
And we
like
took
a
it
month.
3 countries.
we babysat it for a whole month,
Yeah.
and we went to
took
3
it to
countries.
Yes.
We just went all over.
We went France, Switzerland, Germany.
We took it to a barn and went. We took it to see the cows. And
So like you do in Switzerland, if you didn't know, you could go sleep in a barn on hay, and it's like an experience to do.
It's
so
really comfy.
we took this little puppy dog with us, and this puppy is used to sleeping with its mom and dad in their bed. And so this puppy was sleeping in our bed, and the lady at the Swiss farm, believe it or not, because the Swiss are so clean and proper, she didn't allow animals inside the sleeping area, and that's also where there was like a little kitchen and stuff in the barn. So it was like a super clean barn because it's a Swiss barn, right? Nonetheless, there's still cows there. Like, it was really funny. So I had to keep the puppy outside, and the little puppy was like crying all night long, like meow, meow. And I was like, didn't have the
like
heart.
A cat.
Oh, whatever, like whatever it was doing. And so I went and snuck the puppy in and brought him into our bed. And in the morning, I would quickly put her outside because I was like, I just couldn't sleep with somebody crying all night long, hearing it. But I was also sad because I was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know where she is in the middle of like the countryside, and like there's probably other animals out there to get her. So anyway, we brought the little puppy in.
I actually scared a cow too. The cow was scared of
The cow jumped.
That's funny.
This cow is scared. All right. What was my husband's occupation before we started traveling? So let's explain Tyler. So Tyler, when he was in school at the age of 17, back in just north of Toronto, just to put your geography in place, there was no internet, right? It was just when dial-up internet started, so that dates us back and tells you how old we are. And he started selling internet to the city at high school age. So he was selling internet connections and started an online company doing that. And then the whole city was basically set up through his company. And long story short, then he opened up a computer store and was teaching how to use computers and selling computers and stuff. And that's basically when there would have been like Best Buys and stuff starting to come out. So everything was shifting to like the bigger computer stores versus the small computer stores. So he sold all of that. We got married and started our life in Kingston, Ontario, which is basically on Lake Ontario on that side. And I started working with him, if you will, on new businesses. So we were starting online wedding planners and community sites and developing websites for clients. And basically, he took all his knowledge and to back it up. So when he was in high school, he used to have like a pager. And the only people that had pagers back then were people who were selling drugs, really. And so he would get pages and then walk out. And he even had a scholarship, I think, to go to one of the universities. I forget which one. And he turned that down because he was like, why would I go to university and go learn when I already have a business and I already have things going? So he just basically left school and started working in his business. So that's his story. And then when we met in a business event. He was already living in the country of Grenada in the Caribbean, or Grenada, and he was there working and selling websites to some of the different hotels and stuff. And he came back for a summer vacation, and then we met, and I guess the rest is history, if you will. And so then basically I went into his world of internet marketing and doing that, and that's still what we do. So we started working online in 2001, and that's what we've been doing ever since. And that's what keeps us going. So some people don't realize what we do work-wise. Even people who know us, just yesterday I was speaking with someone and he's like, oh, I didn't realize that's what you guys do for work. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. That's what keeps us going. That's why we're able to travel and see the world and work at the same time. So there you have it. That's why we created the online course as well for you guys, in case you want to learn everything we've learned over like the last 18 years. Basically, we pour everything into how to set up an online business and what it takes and some of the systems we use and so on and so forth. So there you go. So Calvin says, I've been watching your videos. Excellent content. Keep uploading. Yay! You're going to be so happy because we have like 60 upcoming cool videos to share with you, at least 60, and they're coming along really nicely. Our house in New Zealand is beautiful. We might do a New Zealand house tour and show you guys what it's really like so that you guys can see what it is. And if you ever come here, I would definitely recommend staying here because it is beautiful. It's super cozy. We have carpet. So like where we live back in Switzerland, there's no carpet. And so it feels so cozy. We often will watch a movie sitting on the floor, which is really funny because they have these beautiful couches to sit on, but it's just cozy, you know, and there's a fireplace and it's just really nice. It feels like you're in a little chalet and you have the most spectacular view of the mountains. So,
our girls being homeschooled, and if they are, what curriculum do we use?
Okay, and talk about when we started homeschooling and what we used to do. So when we first started traveling, what was it like?
So,
who wants to explain? When you first started traveling, we would take you out of school, we'd leave for like 2 to 4 months at a time.
Yeah, I think you better explain.
So before we used to just get out of school for a few months and we would carry all these books and stuff, and then we come back. Teachers were really nice about it. They were sending us like the screenshots of the whiteboard, I guess, and all that. Then the director, after like 2 years of doing that, they're like, you can't really do this anymore. So then we decided to be homeschooled, and now it's been 4 years.
Mm-hmm. So back to that. So Switzerland is really strict when it comes to school in the sense that if you want one day off, let's say you're taking Easter holidays and the flights are like, you know, usually half the price the day before or the day after the vacation, well, you have to write an official letter. And it has to be, like, very formal because that's the way it is in Switzerland. So, like, dear Mr. and Mrs., my salutations and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. And you send this letter. And then they physically will mail you back a letter of acceptance, whether you're allowed to take that day off or not. And if you take the day off and you were not allowed to take that day off, you can get fined, I believe, up to 500 francs, which is basically $500 US. Okay? So it's, like, extremely strict and extremely rigid. And at first, the director was super happy and helpful and everything. And he was like, you know what, this is a totally different way of educating your kids. I'm totally for it. Let's help you out. How are we going to like word it? Because it was above his ability to make the decision. He had to go to the superiority direction of the school system to ask for us to have, let's say, 2 months off of school. And so he was like, okay, we need to formulate it in the sense that where are we going to put you're on a work contract in this country, and let's like make it, an address where you're going to be living and blah, blah, blah. So he was really, really helpful. So he's kind of like super amazing. And then after, like Julia said, 2 years, we get this official letter saying, look, guys, you're no longer allowed to take your kids out of school. You're just not allowed. So I was like, okay, I guess we're going to start homeschooling, which was really concerning for me because I had never done that. I'm still heavily involved in our work, and it was just this added responsibility of like, oh my gosh. And this was prior to us having a YouTube channel. So we were doing all this travel stuff and whatever. And then we started YouTube and homeschooling and continuing traveling and business. So it was really crazy.
And at first we used this, they're both the same curriculum, but one's offline, one's online. So at first we used the online version, Monarch. And then we were going to, like, Africa and stuff where there wasn't the best internet. We were like, oops, because we're getting behind of our school.
So we were in Africa for how long?
4
months.
And a half, I think.
And the internet in South Africa to buy on a data SIM card was super expensive. And they needed a lot of data because in their curriculum there was videos. They have to be online to answer every single question. So we got behind on school. Yeah. And that was like stressful and a challenge. So
then we switched it to their offline curriculum, which is way better.
It's called Switched On Schoolhouse.
And then it's with a UBS. So you just plug it in and you can do your schoolwork anytime.
And what's really cool about this program is I don't have to be the teacher and I don't have to grade all the work. It auto grades, I think, about 80 to 90% of the work. So it just auto grades it. And then there you go. It's so easy. And I think that you guys pretty much like it. Do you like it?
Yep.
Yeah. So
it's got really funny videos on it.
It's got funny videos, and it's just good. I mean, it definitely takes a lot of self-motivation. But even Chloe this morning, you know what she said to me? She's like, Mom, let's please not do an hour video. It's Monday morning, and I need to do my work. So I think they're motivated. It's really good.
What will you miss most when you return to your worldwide traveling? Everything. Having a home and routine.
What do you guys miss most, girls?
Homemade food, working out,
my bed,
sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, I've got a cozy bed. That's why. My kitchen supplies.
Kitchen supplies is a big one for me. I think when you don't have the proper
games
things.
We're talking about this house?
Games.
Yeah, no. Like once we leave this house.
No, we're talking about home.
Oh, I'm talking. Okay. For me, this
Julia.
is home. No.
This is her new home. Home.
So I'll miss this.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have any games, so it gets, we have 1 or 2, but, it gets boring.
Well, what's interesting is there's is it a PlayStation?
Yeah.
There's a PlayStation here, and the girls have not once used the PlayStation. I don't know why, because
I'm not into gaming.
They're not into games, we've got girls, not boys, so they do fun things like Chloe goes out to the garden and does TikToks. And
I've been busy, for the last few days, so...
Julie's working on her hospitality school course. It's just different. So somebody said everyone's homeschooling. Yes, everyone's been thrown into homeschooling around the world. So let us know how you're managing. I mean, sheesh, I can't even imagine. I know some of our friends, they get so much work from so many different teachers because their kids have many teachers, and every teacher is sending them WhatsApp messages. Some use Google, some use different systems, and then they have to log in and almost manage it all. And the teachers are a little bit over the top, thinking that these kids can do it. And the biggest challenge I think people are facing right now is that they only have so many computers in the house. So, for example, we're down to 3 because one's not working. So we're always fighting over computers, and we're like, I need the computer, I need it. So it is a challenge. So I can't even imagine if you have the pressure of the teacher saying it has to be put in at this time. What are parents supposed to do if they're working now, teleworking and stuff like that? I mean, it just must be so stressful and crazy. I don't know. So, hey, Philip, you came over from Drew Binsky's channel. That is so cool. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're liking all our videos. So welcome to Growing Up Without Borders. That's so cool. Lori says, I was a teacher, but I think... Oh, we're not sure what she thinks. It just got Lori, just re-message us what you said because I missed that. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of opportunities right now for people to consider if they want to homeschool. You know, in certain countries it's illegal, and so it's a good time to test it out, see if it's for you, see if it's cool, see how the kids manage. And I think so many things are going to change after this whole coronavirus because the way people work, way people learn, the way people interact at home, all of these things are going to change, right? Do you guys think anything else will dramatically change?
Probably a little bit of the earth, you know.
The earth is changing. The animals are all coming out. I just think, like, even though
you know, I said, imagine one day someone's looking outside their window. I don't know. For example, let's just say in Greece, okay, and then all of a sudden they see an animal that's supposed to be extinct. Then what do you think? You know, like what's out there? You know,
you mean
They've
in the
already
ocean?
found one.
the ocean, yeah.
Like what kind of animal?
Because you never know.
There's a
All
shark
things are
they said went
possible.
extinct 2 years ago. These people fished it.
They caught it fishing, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to have gone extinct.
Yep.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It could happen.
What are your plans after New Zealand?
Hey, look at this. We have someone, Awa, watching. You're also in Queenstown. That's so cool. You might bump into us at the grocery store. Queenstown's a very small little remote area. And so I'm sure everyone probably pretty much knows everyone, right? It's so small and the grocery stores, you can crisscross. So if you see one of us, you would only see me, I guess, because only one of us is allowed in at this point. But say hello. If you've seen our videos, say hello to us. That's really cool.
So our
At
plans,
a distance, of course.
Our plans.
Can we get everything we need at the grocery store? Lisa and Tony are asking. And have we made any Kiwi recipes?
Yes.
So, first of all, have we made any friends? No, but if you guys know Trey Ratcliffe, he's like a famous photographer. And he does really cool photography. And guess what? He lives here in Queenstown. So we are going to meet him once things open up, and we're going to have a pizza party together. So that's really cool. So we've been connecting with, like, him, I guess, but no one really else. We don't really know anyone here yet. So, but what are some Kiwi recipes that we've learned?
The cookies.
Chloe, what's a Kiwi recipe you've learned? Remember your cookies that you
no,
made?
I don't know. I don't know what the name is.
Us.
The name.
Does
anyone-
No.
Us. Starts with an A. has a
Okay,
Z
we've got
in it.
Kiwis watching. What's the Kiwi cookies that Chloe would have made? And they're famous from basically what your Remembrance Day is. When the soldiers came back from fighting in the war, they made these special cookies.
Us.
But basically,
I don't know.
explain what the cookies are like. They're like,
It tastes like apple pie.
yeah, they're like an oatmeal cookie.
Graham
We ate them last
granola
night.
bar cookie.
Anyway, they're
Apple
really
pie.
good.
They're really good.
So what happened was, the story goes, the soldiers were coming back from the war, and they were welcomed back with these cookies, and so they have their Remembrance Day, which was on Saturday, was it, girls?
Oh, there it is.
Anzac
That's it.
biscuits.
Anzac biscuits, that's it. And so they
What
usually
do we
do on that day.
Cameron wrote it.
On that day, you guys usually do parades and stuff, and get up really early, right? Your friend in Rotorua got up at like,
She thought there was going to be a parade, I think, or something like
thought-
that. But
or maybe she
it's
just wanted
called
to
the
remember.
Dawn Parade. But it's locked down, so it didn't happen.
Yes. So,
Um,
yes.
So the person who's here in Queenstown arrived the day before lockdown.
Really? Someone else that came in is not from...
That's the person who said they're here in Queenstown.
Oh, really? So you're here in lockdown as well. But are you from New Zealand or are you from somewhere else? Yeah, go ahead. Say goodbye first.
Bye.
Angelique's going to head out. We'll wrap up. So, and then we've got Dean saying Lake Pukaki, Mount Cook are stunning. Oh, very nice. Cool.
Someone's asking the Hokey Pokey ice cream.
The Hokey Pokey ice cream, that is an ice cream that we've tried. Tyler tried it. Daddy tried it.
haven't yet.
I had
try it?
one bite. Yeah.
What's it like?
It kind of has these little caramel chunks inside. It's called Hokey Pokey ice cream. I guess it's famous for New Zealanders, and it's good, I guess. The girls made homemade ice cream for us, so that was really good as well. So hey, from Israel, thanks for joining in. That's really cool. I'm going to quickly check. I did see that some questions came in from Instagram, so I'll quickly check those to answer those for you guys, and then I will let you know the answers to those questions.
Cameron says it's the best ice cream ever to exist.
Is it? What's in it? Is there caramel inside of that ice cream, I think?
The funny thing is that it's in our freezer, but we just haven't.
We're going to have to go try some later.
Yes.
We've been on this like health kick, sort of, because we're eating tons of desserts.
Not really.
But no, in the sense like we don't usually, when we're traveling, as you can imagine, oftentimes we will check in sometimes late, and then you're trying to figure out where to go get food. And then the next morning we're usually up and going to sightsee and create the videos. And so our routines aren't like in a normal spot where you have, a space to exercise or what have you. So it's not like we have a normal exercise routine, but we are very fit in the sense that when we are out and about, we're always walking and working out in that sense. Like we walk and walk and walk and walk. But when we're here, we're doing all these really cool like abs workout, and we're doing Pilates, and we're doing like kickboxing things. So like, and every day we do this. So it's been really fun. So that's why I'm saying we're on a health kick, if you will. So it's been really cool.
Have you tried the kiwi fruit? Like the kiwi, or like is there a fruit here?
Have we tried kiwis?
Kiwi fruit.
Yeah, we know what
Like,
kiwi fruit is.
Okay, so it's the kiwi fruit, not a fruit from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, kiwis we like.
Someone's asking if we're planning to do the Siberian Railroad. I'm not sure. That would be really cool. We don't honestly know when things will open up. This is really crazy times for us. So we don't know. The answer is we don't know when we're going to be going back out. A lot of people are asking, when are we going to start traveling again or moving around again? And the honest truth is we have so much backlog in video production anyway that we could just start pumping out. Like we have the video for Edinburgh, Scotland ready to go. We have one for a really cool mountain village in Switzerland ready to go. So we're just going to start releasing those little by little. And then our plan is to start traveling around here. So once this goes to level 2, which means we're allowed to move and things will start to open up again, then we're going to start visiting the North Island. We're going to go towards Wellington. Well, first we're going to visit this area to really see it.
Yeah.
Milford Sound and different things like that. I don't know, though, honestly, if some of the tourism attractions will even be open. They've been hit so hard, and I've heard that some are just going to go into full hibernation, if you will, for their winter, because right now it's winter here. It's starting to be, it's fall, and it's going to be winter soon. So it's going to be interesting. But then we're going to go to Wellington. Then we're going to head up towards Rotorua, and then towards Auckland, and then we'll see. Maybe they're talking about opening up the Australian and New Zealand borders, so it's possible that we will be able to go towards Australia or some of the Pacific Islands, which is our goal anyway, to discover the Pacific Islands. So that could be what our next moves will be, but you shall see. So Philip's saying things are fine here. We're kind of between Boston and New York, and the second most densely populated state. You've been in quarantine for 6 weeks. Yeah. You guys, we're following, and I don't want to get into like the whole craziness of the United States right now, but we're seeing what's happening right now. We have a friend over in Wisconsin, and he's showing like the demonstrations that are happening, people walking around with like guns, like I don't know for what reason, but they're walking around showing their guns, and I mean, not social distancing at all. And it's almost like you're fighting for your right to get sick. I know there's a fight for the economy and keeping jobs, and I understand all that. But if we don't get a grip on the coronavirus, so many lives are going to be lost, as they already are. And it's just going to be a prolonged period of time before things get back to normal. So the faster people stay home and just stay in isolation, the faster everyone's going to get through it, as hard as that is on the budget, as hard as that is on everything, right? So, but the whole question is what's a life worth, right? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's crazy in the United States right now. Oh my goodness.
Do you think you'll get to go home before end of your summer? Or, yeah.
I hope so. They've canceled so many events in Europe including Oktoberfest in Germany, which is actually in September, not in October. Starts in September. The Jazz Festival, which is like a huge jazz festival, is fully canceled in our area, in the Swiss Riviera. And anything above, so many people is just being canceled. So I don't know at what point it's going to be opened up and back to normal, what point the borders are going to be opened up between countries. It was normal for us to go to France on a weekly basis because it's just around the corner from us, right? And it's all locked down now, so I don't know what it's going to be like when we come back in. So, hey, Juan Rodriguez, thank you so much from Houston, Texas. He just did a donation and a super chat kind of thing. Thank you. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Really, really, really appreciate that. That's so nice. Any kind of support, whether you guys encourage us with kind words, which is always what we get on our channel, we really appreciate that so much. It's what keeps us making videos for you guys, because we get encouraged to entertain. We've had people say that our videos have literally helped them get through these hard times, and that really means a lot to us. So we really, really appreciate just those encouraging words that you give even. And so anything like this is just above and beyond appreciated. So cool. Yeah, everything Paleo has been canceled near Nyon. Yeah, so Shell 2328, whoever you are, Nyon, Switzerland is basically close to Geneva. They have this huge festival, the Paleo Festival, every year. It's been canceled. If any of you guys have been to Switzerland or to Europe in general, in the summer months, we always describe Switzerland as a country that has like a big tent, like a big, almost like a circus tent or a big event tent over the whole country, because every single little town and area has festivals and activities and outdoor events, and it's so festive and so community kind of oriented. There's always something going on, including our village. They do something called First Fridays. They shut down the street. People go out. Anyone's allowed to sell whatever they want. They set up a table and they sell things. So our girls used to sell little muffins and just things like that. And they had fun, doing little things like their little stand. And people socialize, and people have, unlike other countries, you're allowed to drink on the streets. So people sell wine, and there's cheese and all these stand-up little things. And it's just, the whole country's like this. Outside in front of us is the Lake Geneva. And they have events and concerts, and seriously, all summer long. And this is all canceled. So our little Europe that we know is not going to be the same, and it's going to be so changed. So everybody, right? Every country is going through this. Everything is not the same as it is. And we'll all get through it together. And things will come back to normal. But yeah, geesh, it's so crazy. So yeah, we live in the Swiss Riviera area called Montreux. It's right beside Montreux. That's where we are, near the Chateau de Chillon, if you know that. So it's a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. So, hey, Lori's watching from Canada. So cool. Are you guys enjoying? Lori's saying she's enjoying the different interviews that we're doing with the different people from different countries during the Corona times. It's really cool to see, right? So I've got one coming out from Nicaragua. I have a friend in Mexico, in Merida, Mexico, and he did one with me. I have friends over in Spain. Oh my gosh, wait till you hear what Spain is like right now. That is just crazy. I have a friend, he's from Brazil, and he just went back to China, and his process to go back to China was like going through, it was like a movie. Wait till you see the photos and the videos he sent me in the clips. It's just nuts. Who else did I talk to? Sheesh, I can't even remember if there's more. But basically, we have a huge different videos coming out to share the different countries and what they're going through. And things have evolved. Things have evolved so fast. Even my one friend who's from Brazil, it's changed so much. I did a conversation with somebody in St. Petersburg, Russia, and I don't have that one out yet either. But she was just like, since we spoke, it's just skyrocketed. So things are changing rapidly. So when we post them, just keep that in mind. It might be a little bit different from what they're actually saying in the actual video. So I think the Montreux Jazz. Yes, I was talking about the Montreux Jazz. They're trying to get the same acts to commit for the following year. That would be really cool. I heard even Celine Dion was supposed to be in at one of the events this summer. So, hey, we've got Evan from Walter's World. They brought him here. That's so cool. From New York. Stay safe over there in New York. That's so nice. we love Jocelyn and Mark. We've been in touch with them over the years, and it's just been fun. We always chat with them back and forth on chat. This week is Israel's Independence Day, and we will not be celebrating outside. I know. Can you imagine? Every country that has these kind of remembrance days, celebrations and stuff like that, it's going to be a different way of celebrating, right? It's, crazy. Hello from Mexico. We have Suze from Mexico. You like the interviews from people from around the world. Really cool. New Zealand seems amazing. Would you guys be interested to know why I think New Zealand is one of the safest countries during coronavirus times? I've come up with a list of different reasons and what they've done differently than other countries have done, and why I think it's one of the safest places that we could have landed in during these times. So I'm working on that. I'll create a little video for you guys. I think people would probably be interested to find out that. And did you know a lot of people that are very wealthy actually own bunkers here? They literally have indoor homes underground. So it's like a war bunker, but like a home set up with like all these cool things, like a cinema and a swimming pools and spas. I mean, it's just like out of this world. And I mean, it's just crazy. So
there was one in the US.
Here. Yeah.
I saw on YouTube the other day. It's like 13 stories down or something.
Can you imagine a 13-story bunker?
Like that was crazy.
It's just wild. So, I mean, people with a lot of money doing crazy things. So yeah, I guess it's super safe, and that's they come here as a escape because it's so remote, and yeah, they can do it. So, where in South Africa do you live? Philip's asking Annie. Oh, you guys are asking each other questions. Cool. Annie, where are you in South Africa? Let us know. South Africa is such a cool place, by the way. We love the whole, like, Pletensburg and Knysna, the whole garden route drive down, and all those little towns along the way. It's, like, spectacular. I think that's one place I would live in a heartbeat. If it was a little more safe, of course. That's always a challenge. Eastern Coast, North America. Yeah. Hey, cool. That's why, like, a lot of people are saying, you know, which areas they know where they've been. I mean, we've discovered so many cool places, and we just love to share it with you guys and bring you along. So I hope you feel like you're part of our tour when we go, because that's the whole goal, is to just bring you along on our trips and just authentically share what we're doing and stuff. So yes, she's in Durban on the East Coast. Very cool. 4 full-time security guards. So you feel safe. That's good. Yeah, in South Africa, it's if you guys have been to South Africa or you've heard of South Africa, probably what they're saying is true. So when we went, we did things very differently. We didn't drive outside past sundown. So we made sure we would be inside, and everything is very much security and protection in the places where people live. I mean, not everywhere, I guess, right? Where we stayed in Richards Bay, it wasn't like that, but it could be considered a very dangerous place to be with everything that's happened in the past and, geez, their history, right?
Jeffreys Bay didn't seem that, because I guess it was a smaller town.
Jeffreys Bay, yeah, I mean, we didn't walk outside at past dark. We didn't go, like in most countries, we go for walks at night, no problem. Like even here, Chloe and I were going to go out for a walk late at night last night. It's not a big deal. It's so safe, right? But in other countries, you lock your doors, you don't go out, you know, it's just different. So, hey. And Annie's also half Swiss. Yay! So you can come to Switzerland, but you'd be in lockdown right now, so you wouldn't be able to do too much either. But that's so cool. So listen, guys, we are going to wrap up and say love you and leave you to all of you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Message us, let us know some of the different things if you want. Here, I'm going to put on my little ticker that I have here. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share our videos, as always. And, we got Chloe coming back in the house.
Say bye.
You're going to come and say goodbye? Yeah, so just make sure you head over to growingupwithoutborders.com, sign up on the newsletter. It looks like this right here, basically right in that section. So go ahead and sign up, and whoops, that's the wrong thing. So go ahead and sign up, And we will start doing these little newsletter videos so you can know a little bit more insight as to what we're doing and where we are in the world at any current point in time. So there you have it. See you guys, I guess, next week. Stay tuned for our videos this week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.